Hey YouTube Nation, I want to show you guys in this video a very special collectible series to honor the Avengers and Batman The Dark Knight Rises movies coming out this year. And I think you're going to find this very cool what I have sitting right behind me. I like to call it the Tabletop Cardboard Cutout Standee collection. What they are is a collection of almost 2-foot cardboard cutouts of the different superheroes and villains in the upcoming movies. We have everyone from Thor, to Hawkeye, to Bane, Iron Man, Hulk, Batman, Catwoman, Captain America. Now if you guys like what you see here, sorry to tell you that you can't buy this in stores, you can't find them anywhere else online. This is a new product idea that I just created. I made all these by hand, but in true home and game brew style, I'm going to show you guys how to do this yourselves. Stay tuned. Let me show you the technique to make your own tabletop cardboard cutout standees of any characters you want. Alright, so using my man, the Incredible Hulk here, I'm going to show you how to put these images together, choosing whatever superhero character you want. So this is the raw image of the Incredible Hulk with no background. Again, you could draw this out or download images if you want. And from there, I blew up the image to 22 by 17, which is pretty much two 11 by 17 pieces of paper put together. And I put my own custom touches, as you can see, in my own unique background. Now, it's up to you how big you want this, but I felt that 22 inches tall would be suitable for what I want it to be. And as you can see, I have two blue lines here. Now, I use Adobe Photoshop. It's up to you what program you want to use, but I use these guidelines, and you get the guidelines by going to the ruler and simply pulling down. Now, I want there to be an overlap. So that's why there's a space. So one image is going to be the top here, and this goes down to about here. And then the bottom image is from this top line downwards. And when you actually crop them out, this is what it looks like. So here's the top image, and you can see the blue line right there. And this one is going to overlap with this bottom image. And there's the other blue line. Now these blue lines, of course, are not going to show up when you print them out. But what they allow you to do once it's printed out is that you could just overlap and line them up so there's no black line or dividing line between the two images, and it'll come out seamless. And you print these out on normal 11 by 17 paper, or you could do glossy if you want to, but normal paper will work fine. And from there, I'll show you how to put them together. Alright, so after you finish printing it out on regular 11 by 17 paper, here's an example of mine with Catwoman. Now, as you can see that there's no full bleed, there is a border around the whole image on both copies. Now, you don't have to worry about cutting out the whole border. The only part you have to worry about is cutting out the part of the border that overlaps. So the way I designed this is that the bottom will overlap over the top. So the only part you have to worry about is the top border. So just cut out that white line so it's completely flush to the image. And from there, we overlap them and then either use glue or double-sided tape. My preference is double-sided tape to put them together. So now what you're looking at is each of the images that I produced, put together and overlapped. Now if you look closely, it's only when you get close that you can actually see where the overlap is. But as you can see, it's pretty seamless, and from a distance you won't even tell. And this is why you don't put them together instead of just doing the overlap. The overlap is a better way of doing this, so you could just align it up and tape it together, and I use double-sided tape. And from here, the next step is gluing them onto the cardboard. Now here's a sample with Thor. I cut out the border of the whole image, and then I simply use spray glue and press it down onto a scrap piece of cardboard, just single corrugated. And once the glue sets, I'm going to take my time and just cut out around the border. And here's an example with Catwoman that she's completely done, glued onto the cardboard. It's all cut out, and pretty much she's ready to go. The last part of this craft is just putting a backing on it so that they stand up properly on their own. Okay guys, so the last part is this is going to be the back support. All this is just a scrap piece of cardboard, just one uniform size. It doesn't have to be the full size of the image. As you can see, it just goes about halfway. But all it is this part, the flat rectangular part that's going to glue onto the back. And then the triangle here, that's going to be the actual support. And as you can see on the bottom, it's not fully flush. The actual rest support is on a bit of an angle, so when we put it behind the image, it'll tilt on a bit of an angle. So just to show you the backs of all these cardboard cutout standees, to make sure that the glue sets for the back support, you just put down some weight. I let it set overnight, and now it's completely stuck down. And there you go. easily. It stands up on its own. Okay, so just some last pieces of advice to finish up your tabletop cardboard standees. One, use a very sharp X-Acto knife or cutting blade, especially when it comes to doing the fine little details, like as you could see with Black Widow's hair here, that part is not as smooth because my blade wasn't as sharp as it should have been, and the cardboard does get a little bit weak. And when you're using glue, I choose to use spray glue because it goes on evenly. But if you want to use white glue, you can. Just make sure to press it out so there's no bunchiness and globbiness underneath, because white glue doesn't glue evenly. And just use some weight to press it down and it should be fine. But I hope you guys enjoy having your own cardboard cutout standees. It's just a great way to honor your favorite superheroes and characters. And as I said, you can make them on any characters you want. So I'm the Homemade Game Guru. I hope you enjoyed this craft. And like I said, this year is going to be an awesome year for comic book movies, and now you have a way to honor those superheroes that you like. Take care, guys. All the best.